Hello, my name is Shawan Gabriel, President and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters Services. Thank you for taking the time to consider joining our mission as a big brother or big sister as we lead into our orientation video. Our vision is that all children achieve success in life. Our mission is to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. Our accountability statement says that Big Brothers Big Sisters helps each child in this program achieve higher aspirations, greater confidence, and better relationships. We avoid risky behaviors and educational success. Here's the purpose of our mentoring program and a little bit about the child safety and protection that we take very seriously. Please take a moment to read this.
Hi, so you just heard from our CEO, Shawan Gabriel, and hopefully you took a moment to view the purpose of our mentoring program as well as how important child safety and protection is for our agency. So my name is Courtney Jones. I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of Impact here at Big Brothers Big Sisters Services, and I want to share with you a bit more information about our programs. So here at Big Brothers Big Sisters, we have really two main buckets of programming. Our programs are a community-based model and then also a site-based model. And our site-based model comprises both school-based programming from a group mentoring perspective as well as one-to-one. So in our community-based model, it is a community volunteer who has agreed to give of themselves and their time to spend time with a little consistently for at least 12 months. And we like to have that consistency be on a weekly basis. And then on our site-based side, we may have community volunteers who say, I don't really have a lot of time, but I want to be impactful. And so they will spend consistent time for the duration of a school year on a one-to-one basis with their little. In the group mentoring, it's typically one of our staff, our Big Brothers Big Sisters staff, who will mentor a group of students all at one time. The other thing that's important for you to know is that the youth that we serve, the demographics of the youth that we serve the youth that go from ages 6 all the way through 18 because they are eligible to continue in the program until they graduate from high school. And our youth come from a diverse racial and socioeconomic backgrounds. Next, I want to tell you about criteria. So you may be interested and you hear all these good things. How can you be a volunteer? So the volunteer criteria for us here at Big Brothers Big Sisters is that in order to be in the community-based model, you have to be at least 21 years of age. If you want to be on the site-based side to go and meet with your little at their school, that would be at least age 18. We ask that you live or work in Forsyth County for at least 6 months. We ask that you have reliable transportation, so we want to make sure that you are able to consistently have that presence with your little. And then, as I said, being able to make that commitment to be in weekly contact with your little for 12 months in the community-based model, school year duration in the site-based model. And so really quickly, an overview of our process. As we said earlier, child safety and protection is super important for us. It's at the paramount of everything that we do. And so our enrollment process is extensive, and that is on purpose. So we begin our process with having an application come in. If you're interested, you are getting this video because you've indicated an interest in serving. There is a background check that is a cost of $53.50. We ask for 2 to 3 personal references. We will interview you so we can learn about your preferences. And all of those things allow us to get a better feel and a better understanding for how you might best serve the youth in our community, the youth that we serve. If you are interested in site-based and being on site with your little in schools, then there's an additional registration that happens through Winston-Salem and Forsyth County Schools to make sure that you have cleared their background check process as well. After we've done those steps, the interview, we will then understand your preferences for what you're looking for in a little, and we do what's called a match presentation. So we provide to you, the big, a profile of the little that we are proposing would be a great fit for you, and then you have an opportunity to agree or not agree, and we can always go back to our list. And then once you have approved, then we ask for the parent or guardian to approve, and after that happens and both parties are in agreement, then we get to have a match introduction meeting, which is super exciting because it's the first time that the big and the little get an opportunity to meet each other, and it's really the foundation of the match. If that is done correctly, and if there is chemistry in that moment, that sets a great foundation for a strong match relationship. And then after the match has occurred, we do something called match support. So it's important to us that we make all participants in the match feel like you are supported, like you have information and guidance and things that will help make that match successful. And so match support happens on a monthly basis with the participants of the match. And in that, we can also make sure we do have some agency policies that help enforce our child safety and protection. And so we use match support to also just keep an eye and make sure things are developing in the way that we want to see them develop. So a little bit about our child eligibility criteria. We will enroll children, youth from ages 6 all the way through 17. So I mentioned earlier that our programming lasts until they graduate. So to even get started, they can get started with enrollment at age 17, 6 to 17. And then we really need them to want to be in the program. So often parents have a great desire for their youth to be mentored, and that's a great thing. It takes a village to raise a child, but also we need the child to want to participate. So we want to make sure the child is interested, and then we want to make sure that that youth has the capability, that they demonstrate that they have the ability to actually form that healthy relationship. So quickly about our enrollment process for youth. Similarly, we get an application. So again, we want to make sure that we've gotten information. So that application comes in. We do an interview with the parent and the youth, and we interview separately because it's important for us to hear perspectives from both parties. And in that interview, it gives us an opportunity to learn what you're interested, what the youth, the parent is interested in being able to be matched with their mentor, potential mentor. And then after we complete that process and making sure that we think that the youth is capable of having that established relationship, we, similar as to what I talked about earlier, is the match presentation. We will, as I mentioned earlier, make sure that the parent, guardian, that if you're watching this and you're the parent and guardian, that you feel comfortable with the big that we're proposing. And if everybody, as I said, is on board, then that match meeting happens and the magic begins there. And so again, we still have match support for all participants of the match as the match goes forward.
You've heard a lot of great information. I am Linwood Skinner, Community Engagement Manager here at Big Brothers Big Sisters. This is how we will partner. You will see the expectation of the big, the responsibilities of the parents or the guardians, the responsibility of the little, and the expectation from our organization. Thank you for your time. Here is our contact information, and we hope to hear from you soon.